What's up YouTube? Welcome to my channel. This is NeoBull and I'm Brendan McCann. Now on this channel I'm obviously going to be very closely following Neo and some other stocks along the way. Now if you are new to the channel I suggest you go and watch my first video because it really explains my position with Neo and why I'm so bullish. Now today I want to go through a little bit of news first and then touch on the subject of potential pullbacks for Neo and for Tesla after Battery Day. I just want to thank everyone that liked and subscribed. The response to my videos has been overwhelming, and I especially want to thank people that put comments, because some of them just made me laugh out loud and some brought up some really great points that I think are worth going through. So before we get into the video, I just want to go over a couple of the comments that people had sent in. At this juncture, I need to tell you, I am not a financial advisor. Anything in this video is just my personal opinion and not to be taken as financial advice. The first comment I want to go through was the fact that Trading 212 is only covered up to £85,000 on the FSCS, which is the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. Essentially what this means is that if Trading 212 were to collapse, then I would only be covered £85,000. So if I had £200,000 in the account, I would only get 85 back, which would be a substantial loss. Now, the question put to me was, does that worry me? Does it bother me? And in short, yes, of course it does. Now, what I will do next year, especially if Neo gets up to say $40, $50 a share, I will diversify and open other accounts and spread my risk. For now, I don't think there's anything to worry about. Trading 212 seems to be a pretty solid company. So the FSCS protects us here in the UK. Now, depending on where you are in the world, I have no idea what your protection is, but it really is something worth looking into. And I'm sure you're super confident in your trading platform and it's secure and safe bet. But they're all safe and secure, aren't they, until they're not. Just ask Nick Leeson. One comment I just want to mention is from a young guy, just got his doctorate, spent $300,000 on it. Now, first of all, congratulations. He commented because he's also invested in Neo, obviously. Now, my only question is, what are you doing watching this channel? It must be like watching a monkey in the zoo watching me. So that's the comments over with. Let's go through a piece of news. Now, it's been reported recently that the amount of hedge funds that hold Neo in their portfolio has risen from 16 at the end of Q1 to 30 at the end of Q2. Now, that's an 85% rise. That's quite significant. So I'm going to go through some of these holdings and the amounts, because let me tell you, they are not small amounts of money. They may not be their highest position, but they're in there. Among the funds are DE Shaw worth 146.9 million, Jericho Capital Asset Management 90.5 million, and Renaissance Technologies at 71.8 million. Now this is really significant because famously these funds outperform the market, and a lot of people would argue this is where the smart money is. Since its founding, Neo has literally been the dictionary definition of a speculative stock. Now with this new information that smart money is starting to invest in Neo, battery as a service is starting to take off, and fantastic car sales, people are now starting to look at Neo differently. It's not necessarily the speculative stock that everyone said it was. It's starting to look to the wider audience as a good investment for the future. And us bulls that got in early, we're the ones who can potentially profit greatly from this change in sentiment. So the main point of the video is Tesla Battery Day and how this can potentially affect the Neo stock. Now, if you're like me and you're long term, you probably don't care too much if there's a big spike in Neo and then it pulls back. Because if you're long term, 2-3 years from now, that's the price you're looking at. You don't care if in the short term it's a little bit volatile. However, this is not how everyone's investing. Before I go any further on this subject, I'm just going to point you towards another YouTube channel that has really good insight on this subject. It's called Popular Investor and I think it's really worth watching, so go check it out. From the 10th of August to the 31st of August, Tesla rose up from $274 a share to $500 US per share. This is an increase of 82%. Now, in that same period, NIO rose from $13 a share up to $20 US per share. Now that is an increase of 53%. In the days that followed, they both pulled back. Tesla dropping as low as $330, meaning they only retained 20% of their original gains, and NIO falling down to as low as $17, but they managed to retain 30% of their original gains. After saying all that, it is definitely not to say that any of that is going to happen. And famously, people have not fully understood what Tesla is. A lot of very, very smart people have seriously got it wrong with Tesla and lost a lot of money in the past. Well, they're not all smart. So my whole point of this is, yes, I do think that potentially Tesla could rise up over Battery Day and NIO will follow along with it somewhat. However, people need to be prepared that there could be a sell-off afterwards. Whether or not this is going to happen, it's anyone's guess. I don't know. As I said, I'm long-term with NIO, so I won't be touching any of my 5,000 shares. However, with Tesla, also long-term, but I may consider taking some profits off the table if it spikes real high again. And I will be taking into account what technology is presented at Battery Day. And let's be fair, no one really knows what's going to happen, especially me. I mean, I like to think this is more of an entertainment channel than a finance channel. So after all my hype about Tesla and Battery Day and how it's going to affect NIO, I need to make it clear, I'm still full ball on NIO. The difference with NIO and why I think they're going to become the best second that Tesla's ever seen is that NIO hasn't just copied Tesla. They've gone for a completely different outlook. They've created a community in China. They've got the NIO houses, the battery as a service. And that's why I believe in the near future, NIO is going to become Tesla's best number 2 in China for now and maybe the world. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe because it really does help out the channel. And add any comment below. This week there were some great comments, some made me laugh and some were just really good input into the channel. So in the description below I've added a link to Trading 212. If you use that link we both get free shares, which is great. I don't know about you lot, but I'm really looking forward to Battery Day. I think it's going to be really interesting to see what happens to NIO and Tesla alike. Obviously we're all hoping that they're both going to shoot to the moon, but we're just going to have to wait and see. Now on that note, guys, be safe. And if you can't be safe, be lucky.